Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining us for this webinar with Bob Proctor and Becca Hansen. Today, we are going to do another small preview of our upcoming Paradigm Shift event. And Bob has a lesson, and then we're going to hold a discussion. We might even open it up for some questions, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. Bob, right over to you.
Well, thank you, Mikey. I don't really have a lesson. I just want to share some thoughts on a subject that I think is important to everyone. When I picked up this book, this is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I started to read this. If you look at it, the thing's falling apart. I've been reading it now for around 55 years. And everything in my life really started to change. And it changed at a very rapid clip, too. If someone had sat down with me prior to me getting into studying any of this material and told me what was going to happen, I couldn't believe them. I really just couldn't have believed them. The change has been so dramatic. Now, I'm going to skip ahead. I was losing. I mean, I was really losing. I had never been winning from the time I was a little kid. And I got into this and my life just shifted so fast. And now go ahead about 5 or 6 years. I was living in England. I had moved to England. I had started a company. We were operating in Canada, the US, and England. I was earning over $1 million a year. And one day I asked myself, what the heck, how did this happen? Because I'd been raised to believe if you're going to earn a lot of money, you've got to be really smart. I knew I wasn't that smart, but I was earning a pretty respectable amount of money. I'd been raised to believe if you don't go to school, you can't win. You'll never get a good job. Well, I wasn't just winning, and I didn't have a good job. I owned a company. We were operating in Toronto, Montreal, Boston, Cleveland, Atlanta, and London, England. So, I mean, I was doing pretty well. And I only had 2 months high school. And so what that did, it caused me to think, I wonder how much information we've got that isn't true. I'm believing you got to be smart to earn a lot of money. Truth is you don't. There's people who are functionally illiterate earning millions of dollars. You had to go to school to win. I hadn't gone to school. Now, this isn't an indictment against school, but I hadn't gone to school and I was winning. There's people that are running major organizations that have never been to school. So I had to start studying what the heck happened. It took me 9.5 years. And when I figured it out, all I wanted to do was teach it. I left the business I was in, and I got into the business I'm in now. And I got into it because I met Earl Nightingale. He was the one that was really giving me the information that was changing my life. And I went to work there. All I wanted to do was teach this to people. I found that there's 2 parts to our mind. One part gathers information, and that is the part school really focuses on. And they want to make sure we gather the information, so they give us tests or exams, and they ask all kinds of questions, and then we answer the questions. Like if this was the book I read, they would take all kinds of questions and have me answer them, and I could answer them. And so that would mean I know this. But you know, there's all kinds of people who have read this book and nothing changed. So that wasn't it. I found there's another part of our mind that's programmed. It's programmed genetically, and then it's programmed environmentally. Like right at the moment of conception, 50% of mom's DNA, 50% of dad's DNA, bang, it formed you. That's how this starts. And that's why we look like we look. It's why all kinds of things happen in our life. We're genetically conditioned to live a certain way. Well, of course, then after we're born, we're programmed by our environment. If you were born in, say, in Brooklyn, and your parents spoke perfect English and only English, and you were transported to the suburbs of Beijing, you would grow up fluent in Chinese, but no knowledge of the English language. So you see, it's not just your genetics, it's where you're surrounded by, whatever you're surrounded by, that's called programming too. Well, you take the genetic programming and the environmental programming, put it together, it's called a paradigm. And the paradigm literally controls your life. And what took me 9.5 years to figure out what happened, my income went from $4,000 a year to $175,000 a year, then it went over $1 million. I changed my paradigm. I had done it over a number of years because of what I was doing, but I had no idea what I had done. When I learned that, all I wanted to do was teach it. You know, I remember one of the early jobs we went into, the Prudential of America, and I showed the agents how their paradigm was controlling their sales. And like that, they had never had a person write over $5 million a year in business. Well, a man named Don Slovan from Chicago was the first. He came up to me in that first seminar and he said, Proctor, I had told them anyone in the room could go out and write $5 million in business. He said, Proctor, have you ever sold insurance? And I said, no, I never have. He said, I didn't think so. And I said, why do you say that? And he said, you don't know what you're talking about. And I said, well, I do know what I'm talking about. I just said I've never sold insurance. He said, you said that anyone in that room could write $5 million worth of business this year. And I said, that's right, I did say that. He said, no one in our company has ever written $5 million worth of business in a year. And I said, you could be the first. And he looked at me rather strange. And I said, listen, you already know how to write the 5 million. That's not your problem. Your problem is you don't know why you're not doing what you already know how to do. Now, I said, if you go back in there and listen real carefully, I'm going to show you that there's a part of your mind that is controlling your sales. And when you learn how to change that, everything will start to change. Second week in December, Don Slovan had $5,200,000 worth of business on the books. He closed the year with a little over $6 million. Now, when I told him that, it was in August. He said, the year's over half gone. I said, then it isn't going to take as long to do it, is it? Well, their sales went up by hundreds of millions of dollars. This is all in Prudential's recording, so I'm not telling you something that didn't happen. It did happen. And I knew then I had something really powerful. Well, in a few weeks, we're going to be teaching paradigm shift. I'm going to show you how you can change the paradigm. And I'm going to have, our company's going to broadcast this right into your office. If you can see me on your monitor now, you'll be able to see the seminar. If you can hear me, you're going to be able to hear the seminar. And it's 3 days. Now, I'm going to let one of the ladies that's going to be on here in a moment explain when it's running and all that, but it's run all day Friday, all day Saturday, and half day Sunday. And I'm going to tell you, like that, your life will change. It'll change like night and day. Now, there's 3 women in our company that have got into this kind of material, and they've literally changed their life. I've got 2 of them here, and I believe one's probably listening. But our company is virtually run by women, has been for some time. Not that I decided our company's going to be run by women. It's just that they've literally taken over the company. They grew faster than the guys did, I guess. But at any rate, I was doing this the other day. I thought I'm going to go on and talk about this, just do a live broadcast. And I said, we've got to get a couple of people that have been in the seminar that have really experienced paradigm shift and have them talk about it. And someone said to me, why don't you just use people in the company? We've got an absolutely phenomenal staff of people. And so I've got 2 people I used the other day to help me with this, and they're going to help me today. One of them started out, she was a nanny, and she joined our company, it was 8 years ago, which is a little surprising to me because I didn't think it was that long ago, but 8 years ago. And she's the director of marketing today. The other one was also a nanny, and she was hired to do part-time work by the woman that was running our coaching at the time, Carol Gates. And she has become, Sandy Gallagher has just promoted her to be president and chief operating officer of the company. I'm going to introduce the two of them to you in a moment. And then my business partner, who is the chief executive officer of the company, and she was a lawyer that came to a seminar, a very successful lawyer, banking attorney, and she was a securities bank lawyer, where they were dealing in the big money, the millions and billions of dollars. At any rate, she ended up owning half the company. Now, what happened? These people changed their paradigm, and that's really I'm going to show you. Let me show you something here for a moment. I think I can do this. Can you see this? You can see this, I think. Okay. Look at this for a moment. I want you to let this represent your mind. If you just hear me, it's a big circle. Let it represent your mind, and let this represent your body. Is that coming across on there? Yeah. All right. Now look, we're going to divide the mind into two parts. This is the part that gathers knowledge, and we say no. This is the part where the paradigm is. And this will say represents results. Now let's think for a moment. We've got someone here that knows a lot. They've got all kinds of knowledge, but the results are terrible. They're struggling with finances all the time. They have difficulty with relationships. They're just not living the way they want to live. Where's the problem? Right here. We have another person that also knows a lot, and they're having phenomenal results. What's the difference? Difference in the paradigm. When you change the paradigm, it's in your subconscious mind. That's what we're going to teach you. You change the results in your life. Doesn't matter how much you know. When you learn this, you're going to find your life will start to change, and it will change dramatically. Now, I'm going to ask if Becca, or pardon me, we'll start with Mikey. Mikey, I'm going to ask if you'll join us here for a few minutes.
Hi, Bob. How's it going?
How are you?
I'm great.
Good. Mikey, when you started with the company 8 years ago, did it ever enter your mind that you would end up the director of marketing?
I think that it was definitely a dream, but I think I was quickly dismissing it and thinking of all the reasons why it couldn't happen.
But you did have that dream?
Pretty early on, yeah. I mean, within the first year that I was working with the company, I became really interested and almost obsessed with marketing. And I wanted to do as much with marketing as I could. I remember a conversation I had with Sandy maybe 6 years ago. And I even talked about becoming the director of marketing. So it was definitely a dream of mine early on. But like I said, I just didn't see it happening.
Happened fairly fast.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it's happening fast while it's happening. And then once it happens, you look back and realize how quick it did happen.
Yeah, in retrospect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it does. It looks like, wow. Now, when you first gained an understanding of paradigms, did you realize right away that this was a very important subject?
I did, but I feel like there's stages of learning about paradigms and there's phases. And so you think that you really understand paradigms and you understand your paradigms and how to shift them. And then you just get to this next level and the next level. And I'm still getting to more levels of understanding paradigms, my paradigms, and how to change them. But yeah, I definitely realized how important it was.
How important do you think it is for anyone listening to this right now?
I think it's
how important is it for them to be in that seminar?
I think it's the most important thing they could do that weekend.
You're breaking up, Mikey.
I think it's the most important thing they could do that weekend. There's no better way they could spend their time.
Now, we've arranged, it doesn't matter where a person is, if they can hear our voice, if they can see us or hear us, they can attend this seminar because we are streaming it right onto your computer. It'll go right into your home. It'll go on your phone. You could be out fishing and sit in your boat and watch it on your phone. I don't care if you're in Shanghai or if you're in New York. You could be in Buenos Aires or in Toronto. It doesn't matter where you are, we're going to be there. You see, many years ago, I picked up one of these and I made a decision that I was going to run a company that was operating in over 100 companies and over 100 countries. Now, I don't run the company today, but I own half the company. The lady that runs the company is Sandra Gallagher, and she has just promoted a young lady to become president and chief operating officer of the company, who started out when she first come to this company. She worked as just part-time in the coaching program, and that is Becca Hansen. Becca, how are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great. Tell me, when did you decide that, or when you first heard about paradigms, how important did you think they were?
Well, I probably had a paradigm stopping me from understanding how important they were at first. But the more and more I got to understand them, and the more and more I got to understand myself through understanding what my paradigms were. I mean, it's kind of like you've heard Sandy say when she first attended your seminar, it was like you poured a bucket of ice water over her head. I think it was kind of like that. Once I realized how important it was, I put a lot of focus into identifying them and changing them.
When you think about how your life has changed just since you first started working in this company, what do you think?
Well, I love what Mikey said. You don't realize how far you've come until you're there, and you can look back and see how quickly it happened. I'm really proud of myself. I also realized how much I had to apply myself to get to where I am, and how many crazy, insane paradigms that were telling me that I wasn't worthy or incapable fired off along the way. So yeah, to look back, I'm impressed with myself. What
was the big change? What subject really tipped the scale for you?
Well, I was looking through the Success Puzzle workbook today, because I knew there was a chapter on paradigms, and I was looking for this Joel Barker quote. But there's also a chapter in here on your infinite supply. And I think that was a lesson that really tipped the scales, and understanding that there really were no limitations, and there was enough for everyone, and there really is an infinite supply. I think that was a really powerful lesson for me. In fact,
where is that lesson?
It's in the Success Puzzle. This is actually an older version of the Success Puzzle. But you know what? This was a really, really impactful lesson. And you know what? We did a live stream like this last Friday, and we gave away the streaming club for everyone who joined us at the Paradigm Shift, or who registered that day to join us at the Paradigm Shift live stream. We gave them, through the end of the year, access to our streaming club program. And so, you know what? Let's go ahead and throw this in too. Everybody, if you enroll in Paradigm Shift live stream today, you're going to get a downloadable copy of the Success Puzzle. Got it here on my iPad too. So it'll be a downloadable version. It's 6 audios and a workbook that I think will really help you to prepare for the event. But that was a really impactful lesson for me, Bob. Your infinite supply.
You know, the lessons in the Success Puzzle can literally change your life, because for most people, success is a puzzle. And it's a puzzle. It's like Rubik's Cube. People never really learn how to get the thing all lined up. And when we made that, it was made for the purpose of helping people really understand what success is all about, because it doesn't have to be a puzzle. Success can be something that anyone can understand, and everyone should understand. Unfortunately, school doesn't teach us. So that's pretty cool. So you're going to give everyone a success puzzle, and you announce they're getting in the streaming club as well. Is that what you just said?
That's right. So we gave this away on Friday. We're going to extend that offer today. Anyone who registers for the Paradigm Shift live stream by midnight Eastern tonight will receive access to the streaming club through the end of this year, which is a weekly live stream very similar to this with Bob. You can interact with other members in the chat just like you can today. If you've gone to bobproctorlive.com to join us, there's a chat role right below the video feed where you can interact with other members. We have that in streaming club as well. And we will throw in the success puzzle too, a digital download.
Pretty good deal. Listen, the Paradigm Shift seminar is, the seminar itself is sold out. There's no more room. The hotel, the ballroom's filled, and it has been sold out for about a month. If we had known it was going to be the screaming success it was, we probably would have rented a field and taught it in the field. But at any rate, we are streaming this. We're streaming it right through the camera. It's going to be sent to you. I don't care where you are. And it's all going to be recorded. It's going to be recorded. So if you're going to watch it for maybe Friday morning and you have to go somewhere, you can go, you come back. It's going to be recorded. You're going to be able to watch it. And we'll leave the recording up there for a week or so that you'll have lots of time to get this whole thing. Now, we're also going to send you a workbook. I'm working here in my studio today. I was working yesterday. I've been working here for quite a while. And I'm putting together the final touches of the Paradigm Shift program. And you will be sent, by registering in the Paradigm Shift, you're going to be sent the exercise book, the leader's guide. And that will take you step by step by step. So everything we're teaching you is all going to be in print, and then we're going to teach it in lessons on video. This is going to be a powerful program. If you're part of a group, get the whole group together. Turn it into a seminar the group goes to. Pick one person's home. Maybe move from home to home one day, and another day. But this is going to be a very powerful thing. You know, the Paradigm Shift subject is without question the most important subject anybody can learn. And unfortunately, it's not taught in school. We've got all kinds of people graduating from universities all over the world, and they can't find work. They're not quite sure what to do. They have big debts from their education that they had to pay to get the schooling they've got. Well, this seminar is going to change lives. It's going to change lives like night and day. And I want to suggest that you really get into this and learn it. Now, the two young ladies that I just had on here, Mikey and Becca, I'm going to ask them to come back for a second. When they first started working with us, they had minimum wage jobs. There was no clear path for them, but they started to study this material. And they have become two very valuable parts of our company. Now, I could say that about anybody in this company. We have the most phenomenal team of people. We don't have that many people. We've got about 50 people in the company, but we have a few hundred people who are consultants with us that work all over the world teaching our material. So I'm going to ask Mikey if she'd come back for just a moment and share with us what do you think the study of this has done to your life, Mikey?
Well, Bob, I don't even know if I could put just into a quick 1 to 2 minute summary exactly what it's done for my life, but it's opened up so many different opportunities. One of the biggest things that I feel like it's done for me is it's changed the way that I look at myself. Paradigm shift and learning what paradigms are and how to shift them is so empowering, because you understand that your life is in your own control and you can create anything you want, achieve any goal you want. And really, once you learn how to shift your paradigm, you know exactly how to do it. And it's really that powerful. So I feel like for me, it's changed every aspect of my life, because I know that I'm the creator of every aspect of my life and I know exactly how to create what I want.
That's very good. Let me go to Becca for a moment. Becca, you, when you first came to us 8 years ago, you had a part-time job that you had how to do. It was a very low-end job. Today, you're the president and chief operating officer of the entire company. We do many millions of dollars worth of business a year, and you're the president. How did that happen?
It happened through rigorous application of this material on a daily basis and constant repetition. And staying immersed in this material regularly. I mean, I'm so grateful and so fortunate to be able to work with Proctor Gallagher Institute so that it is a part of everything that I do throughout the day. So if I had to point it to one particular thing, it would be constant application of what we teach here.
How did Sandy Gallagher, how did she tell you? Did she phone you or?
Yeah, she gave me a call on a Sunday morning. You want to hear what she had to say?
Sure.
Sure. Well, she said it was actually, I think, really encouraging for everyone on the team because she sent out a memo letting everybody know about my position, Mikey's, and Betty Wells. We all got moved into new roles in the company that I think happened at the perfect time so that we could really get some momentum and really reach as many people as we possibly can. And she said that she just happened to realize that she looked up and realized that we have the perfect team that she had imagined back in 2008 when the two of you were meeting and talking about the future of the company. And she was, happy to know that I had stepped up to the plate and that she has every confidence in putting me in this position because she thinks it's going to take us to where we want to go. So it was really cool to hear that she had put this huge vision out there into the universe of what we would become as a team. And she looked up one day and realized we had achieved it together.
And was that your goal?
Well, I had been working towards the goal of becoming COO for a couple of years, but I had not.
Did you tell anybody?
I think I might have told you at one point. I might have told Mikey once, but other than that, it was scribbled on a goal card that I kept to myself. Because you taught me once before that when you have a goal that's near and dear to your heart, you only share it with people who are going to support you in it. So I kept it close.
And so you went beyond your goal then.
I did. President too. I didn't, I got to be honest, I wasn't even working towards it, but it came together. It was rewarding.
Well, this call is not about Becca Hansen and Mikey Stellar. This call is about you. They are excellent examples that went to work at a company, minimum wage, very starting point, and they've both risen up to be very effective executives in the company. And when Sandy Gallagher, who's my partner, when she called me and she said, I'm thinking of making an announcement and announce that these three people are going to be moving into new positions. And she asked me what I thought. I said, I think it's a good choice. I think it's an excellent decision on your part. And the beautiful part about it is that we're using our own material and we're seeing it causing our company to flourish, to really grow. I've been in this business now for 50 some years. When I picked this book up, Think and Grow Rich, in 1961, everything in my life changed. Well, I'm watching things like that change in the lives of the people that work in this company. And on the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, what dates are they, Becca, that we're doing this?
It's October 14th, 15th, and 16th.
October 14, 15, 16. I want to recommend that you not only register, get some of your friends to register, because you can watch it from home, you can watch it from wherever you are, and if you have something else that you're going to be doing, let's say on the 15th, on the Saturday, that's okay. We're going to be recording it. You can watch it on Friday. We're recording Saturday. You can go back and watch it later. So all the bases are covered. You got the opportunity to learn one of the most important subjects that you're ever going to learn. And as Becca just mentioned, as a bonus for signing to join us on the streaming of this important program, Paradigm Shift, we're going to give you a free membership in the streaming club where we stream lessons every week. And Becca just announced she's going to send you our program, The Success Puzzle, which is a very, very powerful program. So I want to thank all of you for tuning in. And I want to recommend you start right now. Go to the page, register right now, and get your friends to register. And if you belong to a group, get a group of people to watch it. Get a whole group of you, and it's only the cost of one stream. So it's very powerful. We are locked into the idea of teaching this all over the world. We already operate all over the world. We just want it in a very much bigger way. You know, I found out a long time ago in the movie The Secret just what this medium that we're dealing with right now, what it can do. I was fortunate enough to be in that movie, The Secret. 500 million people have been impacted by that one message. 500 million. That's a lot of people. Well, you know something? We intend to continue teaching this to millions and billions of people. It's freed us up. It's taught us what we can do. It's helped us understand that we've got this genius locked up within us. And what we want to do is bring it to the surface. So I'm going to thank you for tuning in. I want to ask you to register right away. And I'll ask Mikey, come on, just to close it up and reaffirm what you're getting and where you go when you register. Mikey, I'll turn it back over to you.
All right, thanks, Bob. Hi, everyone. Happy to be back with you. So really quick, while I go over what is included in the weekend, what it's all about, could you go ahead and start typing in the chat where you're joining us from? I just want to get an idea of where everyone's at so we can do a couple of shout outs. And in the meantime, I see a couple of questions about what streaming is and what Bob's talking about. So we have an event coming up October 14th, 15th, and 16th in Los Angeles, California. It is our Paradigm Shift seminar. Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher will be teaching live from the stage all day Friday, all day Saturday, and half a day on Sunday. And the event in Los Angeles is completely sold out, but we are live streaming the event. So just like you're joining us right now on this stream, you can join us for a full 2.5-day seminar on Paradigm Shift. It is going to be an absolutely incredible event. It was our fastest selling event. It's really resonated with our audience, and I think that's because it's such an essential and important topic for creating permanent change. And I want to tell you what you get with the live stream. So while I'm talking, if you decide that you want to go ahead and sign up for the live stream, just click the button to the right of your screen, to the right of my video that says register now, and you'll be able to hear me keep talking. So with the live stream, you'll be able to join us live, but not just that. In case you have to miss any of the sessions, if you have any plans that you just can't reschedule, you're gonna get a full 2-week replay. So you don't have to worry about missing out on any of this great material. You'll be able to rewind, watch it over and over again as many times as you would like. Additionally, like Bob said, if you want to have a group of people get together, do a little bit of a watch party with your family, friends, or coworkers, you can always do that with just one streaming ticket. And the streaming tickets are only $147. So with that $147, you get the 2-week replay, you get a workbook. Bob held up the workbook a minute ago. You'll be sent a downloadable version that you can print off, take notes on, and it'll be just like you're in the room with us. Bob and Sandy have a camera behind stage that they talk to throughout the program. So you'll really feel like you're a part of the event, and you'll be in the comfort of your own home. You can be in your jammies, drinking your coffee, on the go, watching it from your cell phone. Really, this is a really convenient way to join us in your busy schedule. Additionally, Becca Hansen mentioned that we have 2 bonuses coming if you sign up for a live stream ticket before midnight Eastern tonight. So that gives you about 11.5 hours to sign up for the event, and you're gonna get these 2 spectacular bonuses, and I wanna tell you a little bit about them. The first is a streaming club membership through the end of the year. That's about 3 months and a week where you'll get to join Bob live on a call for an hour every single week. On these streaming club calls, he goes into teaching different books that he's reading, big ideas, and you really get a free flow Bob who's just off the cuff teaching you different things. It's a really great environment. You'll also be with different streaming club members to create a mastermind group or a new network of people that you can communicate with that are in a high vibration, moving and shaking and making things happen. Also, the second bonus is a downloadable success puzzle, and that is one of our digital download programs. It's been one of our staple programs for years now. It's incredible. I mean, I think you'll all agree success really is like a puzzle, and this program just kind of lays the foundation to create the success you really want and put all the pieces together for you. Also, I know that a couple of people on this call have already purchased their live stream ticket. Maybe you purchased your ticket a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Don't worry, you're gonna get these great bonuses too. So no need to fret. If you've already purchased your ticket up until now, up until midnight tonight, you're gonna get these great bonuses. So go ahead, sign up now, click the button to the right of my screen that says register now, and join us for this great weekend. A little bit more about the content of the weekend. We talked a little bit about paradigm shifts, and this is the foundation of everything Bob teaches, everything the Institute and Sandy teaches is going to be included in this weekend. This is something that's a little bit different, actually a lot different from any motivational seminar that you could attend. Something that we really pride ourselves on at the Proctor Gallagher Institute is going beyond the pep rally syndrome. This is not a motivational speaking event. This is an event that will teach you exactly how to make permanent change in your life. If you have a goal that you want to reach, if you want to improve your health, wealth, relationships, this is going to get you there. So, Becca, I'm going to hand it over to you so you can go over a little bit more of the bonuses, and then you can toss it back to me to close up.
Sure. There was a question here in the chat, though, real quick, that I wanted to address from Michael. Will the event address things about paradigms that the coaching program does not? So for those of you who might be on the line who are already enrolled in some of our other programs and are wondering, how is this going to be, how is this different? How is this information that I haven't heard before? You know, a lot of it is going to be stuff that you've heard before if you've already been studying Bob's material. But the important thing to remember is that repetition is key. I think Mikey and I both can tell you that had we not repetitiously stayed involved in this material, I mean, it's so easy to fall out of the habit of developing new habits. So when you go to one of Bob's seminars, you take something completely away from it that you didn't before because you're different before. So every time we're getting involved in this material, you're a little bit different than the last time you did. So it's amazing the new takeaways that you're gonna get from attending this seminar, even if you have been involved in this material in the past. So even if you know, you're like, I've been watching Bob's YouTube videos, I get what a paradigm is, do it anyway, because you need to constantly immerse yourself in this material. And I promise you're going to take away a totally different lesson from this event than you have, you know, other times, because every time you get involved, you're a little bit different. So your takeaways are a little bit different. So coming back to those bonuses that Mikey mentioned, you're going to get Streaming Club. Enroll by register for the live stream by the end of the day today, midnight Eastern. You're going to get Streaming Club through the end of the year. Like Mikey said, that's about 3 months and a week of Bob every single week, studying week in, week out with you. We give you downloadable copies of what it is that he's studying, and we give you some action steps that follow every single week. So you're definitely going to want to partake in the Streaming Club. You're going to love it. And we just added the Success Puzzle download as a special bonus as well. So as Mikey said, if you've already enrolled, if you've already registered, anyone who registers by the end of the day today, you're going to get access to both of those bonuses. And we will be sending out a mass email. For those of you who have registered waiting for your bonuses, if you haven't received them yet, you will receive them by email. So just hang tight, and we'll send that to you through email. So Mikey, I'll go ahead and turn it back to you.
Thanks, Becca. And just a quick note, so I mentioned before that the live stream ticket is only $147, and these great bonuses that you're getting along with the 2.5-day event, the 2-week replay, the workbook, the closed Facebook group, the bonuses on top of that are a $520 value. So you're gonna walk away from this weekend. It's a priceless weekend. So if you're questioning whether you want to invest or if you need to wait and check your schedule, don't check your schedule. You get a 2-week replay. You're not gonna have to miss any of the event. It's going to be absolutely life-changing. This is the first time Bob and Sandy have spent 2.5 full days teaching just on paradigms. So it's gonna be absolutely incredible. It'll be the best decision you've made all year. And I'm really happy to see all of you guys there. So once you purchase your ticket, go ahead and put in the chat that you'll be joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the live stream.